who am I?
Yeah.
Because, I got married in my 20s still, you know what I mean, to the biggest star in the world. And my trajectory was here, and then hers, she's already in a different stratosphere. So, I would lay up at night thinking like, is this who I am? Am I Mariah's man?
Yeah.
Is that what my life is supposed to be? There's nothing wrong with it.
I understand it though. Like, it's like,
and I got really comfortable in it. She got islands, and I'm waking up at noon, and people bringing me steaks on a platter, and I'm like, this ain't,
you had to be a
the
different
hustler.
version of yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
This
like,
ain't the kid.
I can't go provide. I can't go hunt. That's who I am. I want to hunt. But
and then when you have children, and the hierarchy of just your man is like, wait, I can't. I'm carrying a purse, the diaper bag, I'm standing on the corner. I'm like, wait, she rocking being all the alpha that
by the way, she deserves it. By the way.
And she did. I believe she needs a dude like that.
Yeah.
I'm just not that dude, and her and I never had problems.
Yeah.
Never argued, never, even with me struggling in this space.
Yeah.
She was like, she's so understanding and so evolved and lives in her own world. That's the thing. When someone has their own world, like you said, their own scope, their own bubble, and you got to be a participant in that. You know what I mean? Like I'm main character, and I was getting mad at myself. It was like muscle atrophy. I'm like, I had a gut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, it was like, I'm not being the dude that God put me on this earth to be.
All right. So for people, if you couldn't catch a drift of what Nick Cannon basically was saying, he basically felt like when he was in the marriage with Mariah Carey that she was the star, and he felt like he was getting put in the box where he was Mariah Carey's husband and he wasn't Nick Cannon anymore. And the crazy thing is, because Lo sent me this, like, man, I hope you drag this nigga. And I was like, it's hard for me to drag him because I understand what he was saying, but I do think it kind of speaks volumes on how he has completely dated down, and every baby mom he has had after Mariah Carey has been just like, damn near just the peak is a Wild 'N Out girl. Now that drop off is fucking insane, and I think Nick Cannon should probably do I mean, you're to one. I kind of give you a little bit of kudos and the credit for you being honest and even being vulnerable enough to keep it a buck and say, I couldn't, she was there and I didn't. I think you could have worked. I mean, where Nick is now, I think he has worked harder to the point where if they were to get back together, people wouldn't look at it like, oh, this is just Mariah Carey's husband. I feel like he didn't kind of got himself up to a different level, but it do kind of now with him saying that and then me looking at it like, okay, well, you was married to Mariah Carey, you had the twins by her, and then it was like every girl after that was just an Instagram junk or a Wild 'N Out girl. And those two girls are kind of on the same fucking playing field. It's kind of like, damn, that's kind of weak. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's basically like you only want to be in a relationship with a woman that you kind of are the man to, and you can't. You could have roasted occasion, dog. Like that to me, it just sounds like a weak cop out. But I respect that you was honest enough with yourself to say I was getting lazy. Like you, and I'm sure it is a comfortability to that, because I mean, shit, you can kind of look at like A$AP Rocky. I'm not saying A$AP Rocky gave up on his music career, but I mean, it is at this point A$AP Rocky is just Rihanna's fucking baby father.
Do you think it was honesty, or do you think he was just insecure? Because
I think it was both. I think two things could be true. I think you can be honest and you've been honest about your insecurity.
But he wants to say, oh, well, when it comes to the kids, it's a hierarchy. I guess you want to make your kids feel like the man is supposed to do such and such. But the life you living now, is that something that you want to teach your kids?
I'm sure you don't. But I mean, it seemed like he's so firm on it, because I mean, and the sad thing is, I mean, because your kids, the older they get, you can put, I mean, I don't even know how you're going to be able to separate all the information and the energy that you put out on all these platforms, because he's kind of doubled down on, why he has so many kids, or why he don't think about getting married again, or whatever the case may be. So it's kind of like.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of a contradiction. You want to teach your kids something, oh, this is what a man is supposed to do. But what else are you teaching them? Like,
I don't know.
And you could have been he could have been still Nick Cannon with Mariah Carey.
Maybe he felt, I mean, well, from what he was saying in that clip, it sounded like he kind of got too comfortable because the lifestyle that she helped provide, it wasn't demanding for him to have 20 TV shows and to go on tour with Wild and Out. I think he, like, or even him just saying, like, physically he was letting himself go where he wasn't motivated because he didn't have to, because he had Mariah Carey. I mean, I'm with you though. I agree that everything he said screams out insecurity, and it will question like, hey, why couldn't you just stay with her and still work to the capacity that you are now and become Nick Cannon that you are now, where, okay, it makes sense. Y'all make sense together. I get what he's saying. Like, I mean, of course, at that time when they did get married, it was like, all right, how the fuck did Nick Cannon get Mariah Carey?
Right. But I mean, like I said, you could have still stayed with her and still been who you are right now. And taught your kids what it is to be a father, have a father in the household. You know what I'm saying? You could have done that. So what are you teaching your kids now?
Yeah, I don't know that I guess. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I guess that would realistically be only a question that he can kind of answer. I mean, like I said, I respect the honesty, even though the honesty screams out an insecurity. And I do, my only, I guess, biggest takeaway to that is like, damn, are you over that insecurity because you haven't even, and maybe you haven't reached for a higher woman because maybe the women at a higher level wouldn't tolerate all the baby mama shit, even if it's not no drama with it. I don't necessarily know if a woman at Mariah Carey level or even the level that Nick Cannon is right now, if it will be his equal. I don't necessarily know if his equal will be okay with coming with fucking 7 or 8 kids or however many kids he got now. That may be realistically for especially a woman at that level, like where the level of Nick Cannon is right now, or that level in between or right up under where him and Mariah at. I don't necessarily know a woman that has that much going on for herself financially and just status wise would sign up to be baby moms number 7 or 8, or not even just baby moms, even want to sit here and like just want to be married or attached to all that, because that is a lot to attach your name to. And it kind of seemed like, yeah, the only girls who would be okay with attaching their name to some shit like that is, no shade, but a Wild 'N Out girl.
Yeah, because it's like a come up for them.
Yeah, and that to me, I guess, and that kind of still leans onto his insecurity, where it's like, damn, you only kind of want women who feel like they need you. You don't kind of even want your equal no more. Yeah, that do kind of. So I think that is something that he probably still needs to maybe even work on or be honest with himself about. What else is going on?